Legends Grey, welcome back to the channel. John here, and today I'm trying to tackle this little paint blister bubble on my Proton 1.5 SE, and this here is the spoiler. It's a sort of a plasticised rubber, and you can see over time water gets in and sort of builds up these little bubbles, and had some bad weather recently and it's just burst, and in here was just water and bits and pieces. I'm filthy, I can only apologise. And you can see the plasticised rubber underneath there, and it's led to there being this lift. You can't see the lift overly well, but it's lifted sort of part of this spoiler up. I think it's because the air keeps getting in. So what am I going to do? Am I going to take the spoiler off and paint it? No, I'm not. But what I've got is myself some, and it's not the right colour necessarily, but it's white vinyl. I thought about putting some white tape on it, but I'm going to just cut a little circle of white vinyl. Thanks to Martin for dropping this off. It's like a gloss white vinyl. It should yellow over time, but it's just to stop more water getting in there and this running. It's a temporary fix. So in this video, I'm going to be putting that on there and seeing how we go. First things first, throw that on the floor. First things first, clean that off. So it's turning a bit grey and overcast, so I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. This looks horrible because it's not been washed. The car hasn't been washed, but I didn't want to get water all in here, and it's been dry the past few days, so I want to get this bit done as soon as possible before I do anything else. So I've cut a little square. It is far too big for the hole, and what I'm going to do is just round the edges off to make it more circular. It's just to stop a build-up of grime around the edges, like a square edge. So I'm just going to cut this in a circle and then hopefully apply it. So I've got my circle. It's not the most accurate circle in the world, and actually it doesn't need to be that big, so I'm going to trim it down a wee bit. I just wanted to touch the edges and stop moisture from getting in, so I'm going to take a little bit more off there and then measure up again. So I realised I was being a bit of a wally trying to cut that freehand as a circle. It would look naff, so I found myself something circular. Big shout out to Heinz tomato ketchup, and I'm going to cut around that line, and hopefully that is going to sort that problem. So I've cut it out. It is actually still a little bit too big, so I'm going to go and try and find something a little bit smaller than that and then cut another hole out. There's a reason that I'm taking some time to do this, because I don't want to mess it up. Now, as someone who doesn't drink, I knew one of those will come in handy one day. That's better. Well, it took 3 or 4 goes, as in measuring, but I finally got something I think is the right sort of size now. The next port of call is to fit it. It's vinyl. I don't want to sort of scrawk all the edges up, but I want to just get it as nice and clean and tight as possible. So that's the next job. So I'm just smoothing out the edges now, smoothing it down. It has sort of caused these little cracks to appear. That's obviously where the edge of those marks were. And I'm going to just try and push the air out of there now. Just to see if that air will push out. And it's not going to push out, it's going to continue to spread and lift, I think, but better than it was. I was hoping this was going to form some sort of vacuum seal. If you've ever applied a chest seal, a Russell chest seal to a stab wound, you'll know what I'm talking about. I know that's a niche thing. You can see it's lifted here, but I was hoping there was going to be some sort of air escape. I could always put a little slit in there, push the air out and seal it, but we should go from there. Anyway, for a starter for 10, that's much better than it was. I know it's a quick old video, me just fitting some vinyl to a spoiler, but it looks much better than it did sort of 5 minutes ago. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, loads more stuff to come on this car. I'm going to give it a wash now and a good old polish. Have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. Take care. Goodbye.